Friday nights at 10 with award-winning Jack Jones at the Palace.
Carol Burnett and Friends, starring Carol Burnett, with Harvey Korman, Vicki Lawrence, Lyle Wagner, and her guests, Anthony Newley and Dick Martin.
Okay, don't go away. We'll be right back.
Joyce works a light punch press, producing about 600 units per hour. An excellent worker, her employer says. Frank works a heavier punch press, but with no more effort, also produces 600 units per hour. Frank's boss says he's a good man, but Frank gets paid more than Joyce. Their employer's going to have to set things right. Because paying a woman less than a man for doing substantially the same work isn't just unfair, it's illegal.
It takes calm, unhurried patience to brew Bradol, so take the time to appreciate it. Bradol from Molson. Take the time.
We're celebrating friendship, meet the summer sun. We're celebrating freedom, it's a time for having fun.
When 2,000 U.S. and Canadian Scouts and Guides join hands the length of the Ambassador Bridge with Mares Weeks and Young officiating, then 5,000 balloons soar skyward from Dieppe Park, the 1980 Windsor-Detroit International Freedom Festival will be declared officially open. And while you watch these dramatic gestures of friendship from Ambassador Park or Dieppe Gardens, hear it live on CBC Radio.
It's the International Freedom Festival. Nation to nation, friend to friend.
The official opening ceremonies live at 1550 on the dial, Friday, June 27th, beginning at 10 a.m.
Would you look at the way all those guys are staring at us? You'd think they'd never seen a woman before.
I'm not very used to these singles bars, Candy. It makes me feel kind of self-conscious, like I'm on display.
Oh, honey, forget it. I've been to them all. The Orange Lantern, the Purple Onion, the attic, the basement, the hallway, and the John. And believe me, they're all alike. Desperation Boulevard.
Then why do you go to places like these?
Well, where else are you going to meet a guy?
I guess I've been out of circulation too long.
Yeah. How long did you go with that guy anyway?
7 years.
7 years. So how come you broke up?
I found out he was married.
And you never knew for 7 whole years?
Well, there were a couple of hints.
Yeah.
Like, for one, I wasn't allowed to see him at night. And when we were in public, I couldn't look at him. And when I called him on the telephone at home, I had to talk like that.
Yeah. Well, live and learn. Men sure are phony. They come on with the big ears, and they try to impress you and the whole bit. But down deep, all they're after is one thing, honey, let me tell you. And they're all stinkers. Oh, don't look now, but there's a hunk of man approaching me, and I'm about to die. Don't look, don't look, don't look. I don't want him to think we're available.
But we are available.
It's true. But don't you understand? You gotta play hard to get. Because the harder you play to get, the harder they try. For goodness sakes, if you're an easy mark, they don't even want to look at you. Well, hello.
Hello. I've been noticing you. I'd like to talk to you for a while.
She's heard that line 1,000 times, Charlie.
No, I haven't.
Come back when you can think up something with a little more originality.
Now, what'd you do that for? He's leaving.
Will you quit worrying? He will be back. He will return.
I don't understand all of this. If you see a guy you like, why can't you just walk over and start talking to him?
Terry, how many times have I got to tell you? Bar hopping is war. You understand? It's war. And they are the enemy. Don't look now, but look who just came in. Don't look. It's Cookie Hoffman. I don't want her to see us. Boy. Ever since she had her face lifted, she comes on like she's 19. Yeah. You ever see her up close? Like this, no expression. Always looks like she's smiling all the time. Always looks like she went through a wind tunnel.
I hear she's also a gold digger.
Gold digger? You said it. Every time, the first time she ever meets a guy, she says to him, "What do you do for a living?"
Hey, Dave, got some water, please.
Hey, what do you do for a living?
Well, at the moment, I'm a stock boy.
Oh, how interesting, a stock boy.
Hey, Cookie, honey, how's it going?
And keep walking.
Candy, how come you never met anybody?
I met a real nice guy once. Eddie Garoonian. He was crazy about me, he was. I guess he just didn't want the responsibility, you know? And I wasn't too sure myself either, you know, whether or not I should give my all or hold back, you know? And I guess it was just one of those once-in-a-lifetime relationships, you know? Funny how much two people can learn about each other in just one date.
One date? What happened to him?
He got transferred to a better job in Encino.
That's only 10 minutes away.
Well, he didn't think it was worthwhile commuting.
Gosh, it must be tough to lose a guy that's that crazy about you.
Yeah. Well, looks like everybody's gone.
Oh, can I look now?
Sure, ain't much to see.
Oh, so that's what it looks like. It's nice.
Yeah.
Have your drinks, girls?
Yeah, I'm finished. Let's go, Terry.
Excuse me just a minute. I was wondering if you might want to come with me and have some ham and eggs.
Oh, well, I'm with a friend.
Oh, don't worry about me. You two go on and have a good time. I'll catch the bus.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I'd be glad to take both of you to breakfast.
Well, look who's talking, Diamond Jim Brady. Well, we don't need any of your handouts, do we, Terry?
I'd love some ham and eggs.
Well, good. Come on, let's go.
I'll call you in the morning.
Sure you will.
People have been heard to remark that I'm overly fastidious. It's just not true. But I am very particular about good taste. So when I heard that at Dominion it's mainly because of the meat and that there is a definite difference, I purchased one of their steaks and had it prepared immediately. Now, we shall see. There is a definite difference in the taste.
There's a definite difference at Dominion. A definite difference at Dominion.
You can feel us coming now, a fresh look on the scene, with a whole new style of living, light and crisp and clean.
That's why now we say the age of 7-Up is here. Cause we love that crisp, refreshing taste, so light and crystal clear. Moving up, looking up.
I'm turning 7-Up.
Canada is turning 7-Up.
We're #1.
Reaching up, feeling up.
I'm turning 7-Up.
Canada is turning 7-Up.
40 leading publications love 2XL. He asks the questions, you push buttons to answer.
Giraffes are the only animals that make no sound. True or false?
A uniquely educational toy.
Correct. The next time you hear nothing, a giraffe might be coming.
Plays any 8-track cartridges. Teenagers love him. Adults can't resist him.
2, 4, 6, 8. This is the way we lose weight.
2XL, now 36 tapes for all age groups by Mego.
Could you write a TV commercial about Tide?
I can speak the truth.
My commercial shows my friend Lynn's daughter and mine digging worms to go fishing. Look at them rubbing that mud. See? Right through the fabric. We'll wash this one in Tide inside out. We'll wash the other one in your liquid.
My liquid left some mud here.
Look, Tide cleaned inside and out. I really believe in Tide.
She convinced me.
Women trust Tide.
Tonight we pay tribute to some of the most popular characters in the cinema, the movie detectives. And we begin our salute with Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's famous characters Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson.
So you see, Watson, once I had deduced that the murder weapon was the maple syrup, I knew, conversely, that all along Professor Moriarty had been cunningly disguised as a blueberry pancake.
Extraordinary, Holmes. You've done it again. Your powers of observation are remarkable. Never cease to amaze me, old boy.
Thank you, Watson. But you know, Watson, there is still one mystery that I have never yet been able to solve.
Holmes? What might that be?
You, Watson.
Me, old boy?
You, Watson. Me? Why do you do it? Why do you continue after all these years to follow me around on my cases, always asking the wrong questions, making the wrong deductions, invariably plumping for the wrong murderer? Why do you do it? I mean, what kind of enjoyment do you get from that?
Well, I really don't know, Holmes. Well, yes, all right. Oh, bother, I admit. Gentlemen, I really rather like you, Holmes.
You like me? Yes, I suppose you would. You know, Watson, I would like to thank you somehow for your many, many years of faithful service to me in the past.
No, not necessarily at all, old boy.
I insist, Watson, I insist. Would you stop waffling while I'm talking and listen? I should like for you in the future to address me as Sherlock. Would you like that?
Well, I don't know if I could, Holmes.
Of course you could. Try it. Say it along with me. Sherlock. Sherlock.
Sherlock.
There you are. You said it. Fine. Good man. Excellent.
Oh, really wasn't
He came right out and said it.
University. I say waffling is Holmes. Sherlock. If you like, you can call me Priscilla.
The famous mystery novel, The Maltese Falcon, was made into a movie 3 different times. The best of the film versions starred Humphrey Bogart as that definitive portrait of a private eye, Detective Sam Spade.
It's all over, sweetheart. I'm sending you over. You're taking the rap. Sam Spade don't play a sap for nobody.
But, Sam, you can't do this to me. Not after what we meant to each other. I mean, you couldn't. You wouldn't.
Oh, yeah? Well, who says so?
Sam, you love me. You said you did. You do, don't you?
What's the difference? You killed my partner. And when a man's partner is killed, he's supposed to do something about it. That's the way it is in the detective business. Can't you see?
Oh, I wish I could. Sam, are you trying to tell me that your partner means more to you than I do?
All right, so I'm nuts about you. But if I take the rap for you, I'll be sorry. I'll be a silly sap. So I'm sending you over. Oh, sure, I'll still be sorry, but it'll pass. I may have some sleepless nights, but they'll pass too. Ah, sure, I may even have a stomach ache, but that'll pass. Can't you see, sister? It won't work, Bridget. It's too late for any of your tricks.
You're right, Sam. I heard everything from outside.
Right.
Uh-oh. Looks like you may have to take a murder rap after all. She's dead.
Dead? How'd she die?
She was drowned. One of the greatest characters in motion pictures was created by Agatha Christie. This character was Britain's elderly amateur detective, Miss Jane Marple.
I don't like it one single bit. That Miss Marble creature has been snooping around our house ever since she got here to execute Father's will. What right does she have to snoop?
Not only is she Father's oldest living relative, but she's a world-famous amateur detective.
That old crow. Anyway, the inspector already said that Father committed suicide. He even found the suicide note.
I hardly think out to lunch constitutes a suicide note. Let's just hope everyone keeps thinking it was a suicide.
Yes, you'd like that, wouldn't you, Reginald? For you had the perfect motive for doing away with Father. I know all about your gambling debts.
Just as I know about that nasty little habit you picked up in the Orient, eh, sister dear?
No, please don't! You've no idea what hell it's been! Kumquats have become so expensive. Why did I ever let this happen to me? How could I have been so stupid?
You called, Mum?
No, she didn't call Carruthers. She was discussing her kumquats.
Oh, I'm a leg man myself.
Now listen to me, you little fool. As far as everyone is concerned, Father's death was purely... Murder? Murder, you say?
That our father was murdered?
Oh, no, I mean to say my girdle is killing me.
Miss Marble, I really must insist that you stop snooping around. I simply will not tolerate a busybody.
Busybody? Busybody, you say? My body hasn't been busy in over 40 years.
At any rate, this meddling of yours must stop. Father's death was a suicide, and that is that.
Au contraire, you see, your father, Sir Cecil, was done in.
Well, if Father was murdered, then who did it?
I believe I have the answer right here. Oh, yes, here it is. Your father, Sir Cecil's will. Oh, no. Now I shall read the will and execute.
Begging your pardon, sir, but Inspector Smendrick is here.
Inspector? What on earth does that blithering idiot want?
Well, I don't know, but I think he wants to blither with you personally.
Send him in and bring in some tea.
Yes, sir. Shall I send him in first and then bring the tea, sir? Or should I bring the tea and then send him in, sir? Actually, there's a right way and a wrong way. It's awfully difficult sometimes to figure out which is which.
Carruthers! First send him in and then bring in the tea.
Oh, good thinking, sir.
Thank you very much.
And then we'll get on with the reading of the will,
I
Pat.
think it would be nicer to have the tea first, but the inspector should come in first. That's all I was being anymore.
Right this way, Smendrick. Good afternoon, Inspector. Say, I knew a girl named Smendrick once. Met her when we were both on tour of Buckingham Palace.
Carruthers, he's really not interested, thank you.
Well, neither was she to begin with, of course, but I'll never forget we were accidentally locked in a suit of armor. Do you know what she said to me then?
Please, not now, Carruthers.
That's exactly what she said, sir.
Inspector! This, if you've got a minute.
Yes.
Inspector, this is my sister, Gwendolyn.
And this is my brother, Reginald.
And I'm Carruthers, the faithful butler. And this is my master. That's Sir Reginald. And this is Lady Gwendolen, my mistress. Perhaps I should rephrase that. Perhaps you should get out of here and fetch the tea. Oh, smashing idea. I'm forgetting my manners. This is Inspector Smendrick. Inspector Smendrick, I believe you've met Reginald.
Will you please
Reginald
come out of here? Thank you. Perhaps I should introduce you to Miss Marbles, a distant relative of Daddy's.
Yes. Pleased to meet your mum.
How do you do, Inspector? Get up, but it seems I'm a bit stuck here. That's all right. You didn't have to be there.
1, 2, 3. That's what they call a servant problem. Inspector!
Yes?
Would you mind telling us the exact purpose of your visit?
Yes, right away, sir. Let me come right to the point, sir. I'm afraid I have some bad news regarding your father's recent demise.
Bad news?
Oh, that's very good. Yes, actually, you see, our autopsy reveals that Sir Cecil did not die from self-inflicted knife wounds as we thought. He was also strangled, shot 3 times, and bludgeoned with an axe.
Inspector!
Yes.
Sit down here.
Oh, here you are.
Inspector,
Yes.
exactly what did he die of?
Poison mum. Yes, poison mum, yes, that's right.
Yes.
But at the very last second, you see, he changed his mind, crawled into the bathroom to get some aspirin. But by an ironic quirk of fate, the bottle that he took from the medicine cabinet did not contain aspirin as he thought, but a lethal dose of shoe polish.
Wait a minute! I suspect foul play. Carruthers, would you give me a hand, please?
Yes.
Oh, I said a hand, you fool. Oh, just as I suspected. The inspector was murdered. His tea smells of shoe polish. Well, sir, what have you to say to that?
Well, I don't know, Mum. It's good English tea. I made it myself. I'd stake my reputation as an English butler on it. I'd stake my life on it.
You lose.
What now, Miss Marble?
Well, I think perhaps we should read Sir Cecil's will and find out if there are any clues to the identity of the murderer. Oh, shut up! Sir Cecil, I think I'll sit... No, I'll sit here. Sir Cecil Indini, being of sound mind and body, do hereby bequeath my entire estate to... my only daughter, Gwendolen.
Oh, my goodness, I don't know what to say!
Congratulations.
Do you know what this means?
What?
It means I'll never have to be without kumquats again!
I thought she'd never die. Poor girl, kumquatted into oblivion.
There are only the 2 of us left.
Yes. So now we know where we are.
Yes, now we know where we are. Where are we?
Why don't you finish reading the will?
Oh, good show. Yes, I think I will. No bones now. In the event of Gwendolyn's death,
Yes, yes.
my estate will go to the Devonshire Home for Unwed Fathers.
But that's impossible. But what about me? Me!
What about you? You. As for my only son, Reginald...
Yes?
Tough Roccos.
Tough Roccos?
T.R.
T.R.?
That's what it says right here. Tough Roccos.
Well, that's not fair. I've killed 4 people to get that money. Tough Roccos indeed.
Well, crime never pays, silly boy. I'll see to that.
Blast you, you meddlesome old fat person. You'll never live to tell anyone what I've done. Oh,
Good idea of yours, Miss Marble. I pretended to be dead so we could trap the murder.
Oh, yes.
How on earth did you ever figure out who did it?
Well, I tricked him. You see, I didn't read exactly what was in the will.
You mean he really got the money after all?
Well, no, why don't you to read it for yourself, Inspector. It's very interesting.
Oh, I see. In the event of the death of my children, my estate shall go to my oldest...
Pardon my manners,
Yes?
Inspector. Would you like a little snuff here?
Oh, thank you. Don't mind if I do. Thank you. Yes. In the event of my children's death, my
Snuffed out. The estate goes to his oldest living relative, me, Miss Jane Marvel. Well, see anyone?
No need for this when you have the Smith burglar alarm system that detects opening of doors, trunk or hood, removal of tires, and automatically disables the starter. Even allows you to trigger the alarm from inside the car in emergencies. Protect your car now with a deluxe system for as low as $99, tax included. That's right, $99. Smith Burglar Alarm Systems, 16100 West 7 Mile Road, Detroit. For information, call 313-838-6800. 313-838-6800.
Hello, I'm a Ziploc storage bag. Meet the tough member of my family.
You bet I'm tough. I'm the heavy-duty Ziploc freezer bag. The toughest, thickest freezer bag on the block. Specially built for the freezer. Plus, I've got this heavy-duty seal. If you want more protection in a freezer, remember me, the heavy-duty Ziploc freezer bag.
Told you he was tough.
Ziploc freezer bags from Dow. Perry picked the pleasure pack. Paul picked the pleasure pack. Pam and Penny picked the pleasure pack. Now you say, why did Perry, Paul, Pam, and Penny pick the pleasure pack? Because they know Molson puts 2 of Canada's favorite beers in the pleasure pack. Molson Export, Molson Canadian. That's why Perry picked the pleasure pack. And Patrick picked the pleasure pack. And Peter picked the pleasure pack. And Perry.
The Molson Pleasure Pack. 2 great beers in one.
Foster care? Listen, if you ask me, it just doesn't work. Name one foster kid who's made something of himself. Look, I got my own problems. Why should I take some kid into my house just because his own parents can't care for him? Foster kids are a bad lot. Never amount to anything. These kids never change. They'll be the same their whole lives. Where are they today? Foster care? Huh. Who needs it?
Foster care. Where would they be without it?
A special nightly report on occupational hazards in the workplace. Tonight on The National, CBC reporters Frank Hilliard and John Blackstone examine the national dimensions of the problem and report on the dilemmas that face those working in hazardous environments. That's tonight on The National.
Hi, I am A. A isn't fat. Let me tell you right off the bat, these days fat is not where it's at. But how can I go from fatness to fitness? Watch me right here. You be my witness. And get up and get moving. It's time for action. Start walking. That's a step in the right direction. Take one extra step. From walking to hiking, one more step gets you right up to biking. Soon the shape you're in will be more to your liking. You'll feel like a hero, a cowboy, a Viking. You may never become a champion swimmer, but a few laps a day can make you slimmer and trimmer. Play ball games and all games like soccer and tennis, and suddenly your weight is no longer a menace. Soon you're smooth and lean like a fox, all hustle and muscle, just like an ox. Yes, little by little, you're fit as a fiddle. Now I am the I wanted to be. And getting into fitness has done it for me. Ho-ho!
Canadians are into fitness now.
Communications in Detroit. A detective is torn between murder and romance when he walks on dangerous ground. Tonight's late movie at 12:30 on TV 50.